calling me. So, down at the farm, turn on the messages, turn my camera around. We got pretty flowers growing that we planted. Exponential growth. All that rain we had. Oh, and these flowers, I don't know if you have them, but you eat the roots, they numb your mouth, the whole mouth. And there's the bees doing their work. There's Muna being nosy. Oh, the bee getting mad. You hear him? He said, back the fuck up. Look at all the pollen they're bringing in. So much pollen. Alright, let's go bring Muna and we'll get the cards. What's up? Where's all my people at? So I guess while I'm walking to the cards, I'll tell you the story. I was doing this on my cards, and the King of Cups came up right when I was shuffling before you're reading, getting my cards ready. And it's the story of the little boy and the pearl from ancient Chinese folklore. Oh, look at these. Talk about growth. And yeah, they lived in a land where the emperor, these are sunflowers, where the emperor was overruly and really strict, and they didn't have much food. So the little boy went out every day and mowed the lawn and sold grass clippings. I can't catch my breath. And got the grass clippings so he can get rice to buy his mother some food, right? So get some money to buy his mother rice. Hold on, I gotta put her in. Let me turn this around. So he come on, Muna. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Alright. So the little boy travels to go get the grass so he can get his mother some rice and him some food. And there's no more grass. So he's like, okay, what am I gonna do? So he goes far away from his land and finds patches of grass and was like, oh, this is it. Mows all the grass, goes home, gets all the money, has food. Then the next day goes back and all the grass is full grown again. So he cuts it all down and he goes home, gets more rice, goes back the next day and it's full grown again. So he's like, what the hell is this grass full grown every day? He's not asking any question. He's just traveling the long distance every day to go get the grass. He's just grateful, right? After a while, he gets lazy and almost greedy in a sense. And he digs up the grass to bring it closer to his house. After he digs up the grass, he finds this pearl. Takes it home and the mother's like, no, we're not selling this. We're going to keep it. It's something so precious and so beautiful. We got to keep it. So she puts it in the bag of rice. The next day, the grass was all withered, but the bag of rice was overflowing. Here, they found out that everything this pearl touched, it multiplied, it increased. So the emperor wanted that pearl. He said, these people, where the hell are they getting all this shit? What the hell is that? I want that. So he sends, all the king's horses and all the king's men to go searching for this pearl. And the mother was going to give it to him until he's like, I'll eat it. So he eats the pearl and he becomes this big dragon. this big dragon, and he rules over the whole land and keeps it safe forever. Maybe he'll come up. Maybe not. What up, Louise? Well, none of my messages were coming up. I wonder why not. Hey, Gradually Gardening. How you doing? Hey, Gerard Boston. All my people, where y'all at? Thank you, Louise. 7 of coins. They're hard at work, maybe? 7 of coins. This is, so wait, let me get the overall energy for our collective reading. Let me get comfortable. I just posted the Taurus reading. I'm about to post the Scorpio's reading. So cool. Taurus's was about more passion. Scorpio's was about, you know, finding the light. You are the light. Basically, how often do you harvest the honey? Well, we're doing it today. And we did it a couple days ago. So it's like every other couple days we're getting a frame out. And each frame is like, I don't know, we didn't weigh it. Next time we should weigh the honey. It's a good idea. All right, overall energy for my collective. My beautiful people. All right, we got it. And on the undercurrent, 53, which is equal to 8. She's hanging a dress to dry. It's not. It reminds me of these darkest days, like how I be like getting dressed every weekend going out, but recently since it's been raining and stuff, and look, underneath that, it reminds me of the phoenix, like the rising phoenix, like in this darkness, the darkest days, like all the rain, like all the bees with all the honey and all the flowers with all the rain. This is, it brings exponential growth. So we got number 11 and 67. Number 13, which is death and justice. So yeah, we're talking about karma. We're talking about the tables turning. We're talking about letting your light shine, being the light. It's like, this is like the Scorpio reading, how it was like a reflection, but a projection. And it's, look, see, it's like they're connected at the heart. Maybe you connect with animals or birds from a heart. We do. It's like we're all connected on a soul level. Something about this water, perhaps it's bringing balance. It's like following your passion, going with your emotions, following your heart to some kind of freedom or some kind of higher advantage, perhaps. And look, here in this is the death, where here they're like coming together, working together, almost like a seesaw balance, like she goes up, she goes down. But here in reverse, it's almost as if they're toppling over, or it's as if there's, perhaps maybe they're trying to create balance. It's like, okay, if you want to create balance, perhaps we have to go with our emotions and follow our heart, especially when it comes to the fruit of our labor. Let's see. I'm going to ask God to take away my ego and to bring protection and wisdom and clarity so my people get straight wisdom. What do we need to know? What are we ready to hear? All right. For the collective. All right. The Knight of Swords. And the 10 of Wands in reverse. Which this 10 of Wands. Let me try some. The 10 of Wands, this is where he dies listening. You know, they took his daughter. What was it? Zeus took his daughter, seduced her and took her away, and they were trying to wait and listen and listen. And he actually died listening for the sounds of the men with his daughter. And this is all of the ears. So something about not listening, perhaps, or the release of the burdens come with you listening to the roots or listening to the sounds of maybe what your fruits produce. You know, we had the Seven of Pentacles in the beginning talking about the fruits of our labor. So I think this is connected. You see all the ears in here, they're all listening. It's like perhaps this is telling us that we need to listen. I don't know, let's see, because we have, wow, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, and they're having a conversation. They're both looking at each other. Let's see, perhaps this is what they're saying. This is what's unknown in the deep subconscious. And then we have the King of Wands and the Six of Cups, both in reverse here. So perhaps we're talking about going back to something in the past, or maybe we were talking about, it almost reminds me of this dropping the ego and this phoenix rising out of the ashes. It's like his wings are burning. Perhaps it has something to do with that Garuda bird, and that has something to do with Vishnu. It's like finding the light. Something about this action. Perhaps we're not supposed to take a risk and go back. It has something to do with the past. Like I said, about the roots of something. Perhaps the DNA, or like they're each finding their own. Okay, so the Knight of Swords, they're all coming with a message, right? Perhaps, like I said, it's a conversation they're having with each other. Now, the Knight of Swords is coming with some kind of truth, right? He's coming with this kind of truth. It almost reminds me of the Scorpio reading where the Knight of Cups was coming with some kind of truth the Knight of Swords was coming with some kind of truth, or like an act of this new idea, this new creation. Perhaps it's a thought, perhaps it's some kind of word, or via text, email, right? And it's coming, and he's coming with this truth, and it's popping these love bubbles, is what I see. It's like these love bubbles are popping. Perhaps this is like some kind of meeting or a conversation. Maybe it's like he's coming like with some kind of anger. He's like almost like coming to try to stab you. And or if this is you and this is somebody else, I don't know, the roles switch, flip it, whatever. Like I always say, use your intuition when deciphering the messages. But he's coming with this sharp truth. It's almost like stabbing, you know, when they say like the truth slaps you in the face, or this truth is stabbing you. And it's almost as if you're standing here like this, like coming with love, or some kind of offer of love or forgiveness or an apology or something. Or perhaps this is you and somebody is saying, you know, please don't stab me, I'm coming with love. I don't know, perhaps this is by you acting on this, speaking your truth, coming with this sort of truth, right, in this real quick, right? Perhaps this is you, and it brings us to acting on some kind of love, and brings us to the Knight of Cups, which brings us this new love, which it's like it brings you this new wisdom, this new point of view, this new bird. And it reminds me of this bird. Perhaps this is your connection, and maybe it starts or it begins with being stabbed with this truth. Now, speaking of connection, we have the Two of Cups here, and the gaka chickens blocking in the background. So it's all connected, right? We have this, and these, if you look, it looks to me as though they're two men, so I don't know, same sex. Usually the Two of Cups is these two opposites come together, but we do have, you know, the masculine and this more feminine, or this hairy, more down to earth, and this is more shiny. But they are both men, so I don't know, something about that. And maybe this one isn't a man, and he looks like he's like a demigod or something, like half bull. I don't know what this means, but we'll figure it out. With the Three of Wands in reverse, it almost looks as though we're, like I said, going back to the situation, going back to something. But the Two of Cups is something new. Maybe we are trying to run away from this. It's like trying to run away from this stubbornness, or run away from this groundedness, you know, in this Three of Wands to the High Priestess, where this could be some kind of secrets coming out, and maybe this is the truth. Gets right on top of this Knight of Cups, as though she's leaking some kind of truth. Perhaps this is where he got this truth. It's like he received some kind of truth. Maybe this is through some kind of divination, or like the spirit, perhaps a dream, something of this subconscious. Oh wow, another freaking king, the King of Swords. So this is this king after we go back and get our wings burnt. Look, see, we come out of the fire, his wings are burnt in this, and it almost reminds me of that story where, you know, where the boy got too close to the sun and he was wax and he melted. So something about that story, but he comes out after these burned wings, after this melted wax, whatever the case may be. But he comes up like out of the ashes as this new bird, of this Venus, and it reminds me of the Garuda. The Garuda, maybe the Garuda Mudra will be helpful on this, but the King of Swords, not only does he have this truth, but he has the, and I heard a stink eye. He has a stink eye. He has the stink eye, which is glare. He is very intimidating. He is conquering. He comes as very witty. Logical, judgmental. You know, he's the judge, the King of Swords. And I heard him in a few words, but when he says something, everybody listens. And then we have the Two of Coins and the King of Cups. So here is this where we have this imbalance. Remember, in the collective, I mean, in the overall energy, we had this where it was like an imbalance leading us to something of the heart. Oh, and look, there's the King of freaking Cups, and this is the story that I was telling in the beginning of the live about the little boy and the pearl. This is the pearl that he eats now. Perhaps this is right before he eats this pearl. So perhaps this is this, and this is, again, with this half man, half bear, like demigod type of thing with the Two of Coins. Like I said, this is an imbalance. Perhaps we're releasing of this. It's like dropping both of them. It's like both this bear, it's like a half a bear baby and half a baby bear. And it's like she's dropping them both. And I don't know, she has big, huge legs with tattoos on it. I don't know, like really thick calves. And I was going to say thighs, but they're calves. Maybe thighs too. But it's almost as if there's this imbalance because of the King of Cups in reverse. Now, the King of Cups in reverse is almost like this emperor, like choking on this pearl. He's being greedy. He's not taking the pearl to help the land. He's taking it for himself. Perhaps this is saying something about that. Maybe this is saying to eat the pearl. Maybe somebody else has the pearl, and this is this. Change your priorities to get the pearl. Maybe you are this trying to get the pearl. With the Two of Coins, we're really releasing anything from the physical, and we're going after the emotional, like this is saying. And this is really how bad do you want it? And this is another king. We do have all three kings up here, do we? Yeah, the King of Swords and the King of Cups. I thought there was another king. But yeah, we're definitely with this Ten of Wands definitely coming to an end. This is definitely coming to an end. Something about listening, perhaps listening to the signs, because it's as if this Four of Cups, you're focusing on this and you're not realizing what the Spirit has to offer. This is coming out with the Page of Cups. Yeah, it's almost as if this is telling us to look. It's like following the bunny. It's like he was following the bunny to the grass that led him to the pearl. Something about this. Maybe you'll find out in your personal reading. Should we get card for guidance? Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. So this is something about balance. Both of these twos, a decision. It's like we're stuck in between two worlds. And perhaps this is this right before this expansion, like where there's this rainbow, there's all this rain. There's the rainbow. Yeah, there is the rainbow. After the rainbow, there's all this rain. And we're in this dark period where it's like, and we have to choose with both of these twos. This is a decision that we're making about where we're going, about our next step, and about where are we gonna go? Like what are we gonna do? Are we going this way? Are we going that way? It's like we're stuck in both worlds. And I heard the story about the wolves, the old dog and the new dog. But either way, I think that we're stepping into a whole bunch of abundance. You see, with all these. It's like we're coming from this fire, and perhaps we do have to make a very brave decision, or jump through fire, or jump through flames, or I heard through hoops to free ourselves from this decision. And maybe it's like making a choice. Are you going with the wands or the swords? Are we gonna something about the will and the passion, or just action, doing the right thing, what's ethical, the logical choice? Which one? Which way are you going? All right, what's up, Fergie? Hey, Daniela. Hey, Robin. Hey, Will. Hey, Janelle. Adoro. What up, Gerald? Hey, Louise. Gradually guarding Grand Rising, I said, 'cause ain't no morning good. Love this. You're onto something. Fergie says, yes. I must be connected to your energy, Ferg. Fergalicious. It's right. They be lining down the block just to watch what I got. So delicious. What? Hi, can I ask what he is thinking of me? Alright, Danielle, I guess you're first. So, if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're here every morning like this. Let me see, shuffle. Alright, Daniela. And this one's for you. You hear the chickens? Alright. Daniela. What's P thinking of Daniela? Okay, so we got the Hermit in reverse. Oh, the Page of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, and the Magician in reverse. So the Page of Cups in reverse tells me that you're in some kind of separation, or perhaps a breakup, or maybe we're trying to cut the cords. With the Magician in reverse and the Hermit, this is like, oh, I don't want to be alone. It's like I'm failing to follow the spirit, or failing to, it's like the spirit's trying to lead us somewhere, and you're like, I don't want to follow that. I want to follow this Magician, perhaps. And this Magician, and maybe this is something about timing, because this is Cinderella with the pumpkin, and remember, she, by the time clock strikes 12, she had to be back. You know, that's how she lost her slipper. Perhaps something about that. And it's almost as if like the clock has already struck. These horses are now mice, the carriage are now pumpkins, and she's about, oh, maybe this, okay, this is the fairy godmother about to change them into this, but I see this as perhaps time has already passed. Now, the Magician in reverse, this is some kind of liar, or maybe a manipulator. Maybe somebody's trying to manipulate that you don't want to be alone. Something about this. Because it's like he's happy with his bubbles. But then again, it reminds me of the Scorpio reading where these love bubbles are being bursted. But you have the Sun. When I flipped it, it's like, okay, when you finally turn the Hermit right side up, you finally follow the spirit into this darkness. It's like you come face to face with this devil that you've been running from. It's like you hit the sun, because the sun is the truth, where everything's out in the open. And behind there you have this Ace of Swords, which this is uncertainty, unclarity. This is usually cutting through the web, but this is the web. There's uncertainty when it comes to this Empress, the mother, your creation. What we're gonna do is something about your, I heard your soft side. Oh, that's for you. I hope I was able to deal you some kind of hope. Fergie, we had a second date yesterday. Can we work? Should I go for it? Let's see, Fergie. Queen the Ace of Cups. It's a new love. The Six of Wands is a victory. Let's see, Fergie. New date. 30 and this new date. Okay, the Queen of Coins in reverse. So I don't know if this is you or who we're dealing with. Four of Cups. And these in the deep two. The deep two? The deep two. Maybe it's split. It's like there's a split with the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Maybe they are just, or you were just coming from a breakup, because this doesn't say anything about, oh, maybe it is. Alright. So the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck with this strength, right? It's almost as if like you're this strength and then there's something that makes us angry. It's like us trying to control the beast. There's a secret. There's something. And it's as if the bear is turning from the lion to the alligator. Perhaps this is them. It's like this is you getting angry. You're like, I don't know who I'm talking to first. You're an alligator, then you're a bear, then you're a lion. Maybe this is this energy, because the Ten of Cups is a big separation. The Queen of Coins in reverse, she's not committed. She's not comfortable. And it's as if she's being bribed with some kind of money or 911. She can easily be seductive. Something like this. Perhaps this is this Ten of Cups, which reminds me of like this Hierophant type energy where there's like two and there are one. So perhaps there is like a 3 and I see 911, 280, 809, and then 10. With the Hierophant though, this is some kind of commitment. This is yeah, and this reminds me of this. You see this where this is coming up? This is like the, what was it, the Libra reading where we were like ditching the stench. This is this where it's like, okay, here's the commitment at the Hierophant where we're committing, but then it's like you smell something, and perhaps it's this. It's like, oh, and this is the eyes watching. You see all the eyes in there like watching? And then with the Ten of Cups in reverse, this is pushing the threshold. This is breaking the threshold, almost reminding me of like these rainy days, these being in the dark. This, the Ten of Cups, the most horrible feeling. It's almost as if it's like these mermaid people are watching these on the earth people, and like they want to be like them. Something like this. And it's like, oh, we're bribing you for money. And then this is the Four of Coins, like, oh, I'm so stressed and worried about these 3 cups that I can't focus on the cup that's the Spirit's offering me. Perhaps that's this new commitment. The Hierophant could also be like a spiritual teacher. You could also be going to some kind of spiritual teacher because of this, or do some kind of spiritual ritual. It's tricky, ain't it? You're welcome, smart boy. It is very tricky. We got the Five of Wands, and this is this. It's like a lot of competition, but it seems as though you're the blue guy, and you had the upper hand. You had some kind of some kind of advantage. Yes, the Chariot. Keep your emotions in check. And stay forward. You're on the right path. You're welcome, Daniela. Grand Rising, smart boy. Someone had stolen my heart. Uh-oh. A shot to the heart. And you're to blame. You give love bad name. Can you pick a card for me, please? Yes, I can, Gradually Gardening. One card. Now that's tricky for you. Let's see, as the spirit for a card. Pick a card for Gradually Gardening. I see the Lovers. I thought it was the Strength, though. Leo. I'm gradually gardening. Gradually gardening. One card. See? You got the Four of Cups as well with the Knight of Coins here. And it's as if you got a new target and you've been practicing. It's like you already took your first shot and you have 2 shots left, and it's like you got to get the bullseye. It's like this bull is like pressuring you, like you have to get this bullseye. I don't know why, but he's like staring at me like, you better get this, you better hit the mark. And it reminds me of the Two of Swords in the other reading, where it's like, what's that phrase called in archery where missing the mark begins with the H, I think. But this is this, perhaps it has something to do with this, like we cannot miss the mark, you know, and it has something to do with sinning. That's that. They use that word in the Bible. So something about this, like the right action. And the Knight of Coins is the slow and steady gets this. It's almost like patience. We need to patient. We're patiently practicing. We're doing this every day. It's becoming a conscious thing. But then when I lifted this up, you have the Seven of Swords. Holy shit. Maybe I shouldn't have lifted that up. So maybe this is this. It's like Pandora's box. When you shoot this, it's like, this is why you can't miss the mark, because there's so much pressure on you. Maybe, I don't know, because we have the Seven of Swords. Now this could be somebody in the energy. Maybe this is what you're trying to shoot. This could be what you're not trying to miss, because he has all these knives, which reminds me of dynamite. And it's like, if you shoot the dynamite, you're going to explode too. So it's like, you got to not miss the mark. You know, this bull is telling you, you cannot miss this mark. Now, the Seven of Swords usually has to deal with deception. A lie, a cheat, or a thief. It's like you're trying to stop this thief. Or you see the shadow. This could be some kind of shadow of yourself, and this is a projection like somebody else, and you're just seeing a shadow of yourself, and you're trying to shoot it. Perhaps I heard ricochet. And maybe if that's the case, it'll come back. But with the Seven of Swords, this could also be an escape plan. So perhaps you're trying to shoot, like not miss the mark, like we have to make this escape, like there's only 2 chances to get out of this door. Or it makes me, you know what it makes me think of? It's like the garage door going down, and like you have to go under the garage door real quick before it shuts on you. Something like this. Now, we come to the Nine of Swords, where usually the Nine of Swords is this real stressful, anxiety type of feeling where we're very worried or stressed, anxious. But here it almost looks as though like this is you, and we're rising above this anxious thing almost. Perhaps this isn't you. Maybe this is the spirit. And this is you in this Nine of Swords energy. Maybe this is you holding the baby. Maybe, and then I heard this is your creation. Perhaps what we're working on here in the Knight of Coins. But regardless of the matter, this is the stench. I heard I ditched it, and this has to do with the stench. Perhaps this is the stench that's creating the anxiety or whatever this is, and the stench had to do with the Seven of Swords. So it's very connected. To go deeper into this, you can check out the Ditched It, the Libra reading. That talked all about that. So then we come to the Judgment after the Nine of Swords, which is almost like, oh, you rising above this anxiety or this situation. Perhaps this is you and this is you too. It's like you stepping out of you and seeing, perhaps, and then I seen the shadow. And then this is when we come to the Judgment where we're like, aha, you know, the 9 is close to the 10 where we're at the end. This is the end where we're coming to, like I said, these new beginnings where we're finally coming into this. Now this Judgment is just that. This is this, like I was saying, just action. We're coming into something, maybe some kind of enlightenment or some kind of truth, or perhaps whatever this was here. It's like, okay, the dinosaur came out and you've seen everything for what it was. And it brings us both to these two queens. Wow, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Coins. Now the Queen of Cups in reverse reminds me of like this energy, like all stressed out, cried out, all cried out, I heard. And it's as if she popped the top. Something about her eyes are very, perhaps, intimidating or like hypnotizing. It's like, you see her eyes, it's like, it's almost like the eyes of the bull. It's like putting pressure on you or intimidating you or wanting something from you. You know, the Queen of Cups is all about releasing, detoxing, real sad, like crying out these emotions. Perhaps this is how we get to this, above this anxiety, is releasing these, crying out these emotions, and this is how we rise up. This is how we get to the truth of the Judgment and to the Queen of Coins, where we're finally comfortable. It's like you got the coin, but it's like you got to be careful, because it's like, this is why the bull is on you. It's like, watch out, because this motherfucker is trying, see him? See the snake? He's trying to grab your coin. It's that thief trying to get your shit. I don't know what it's about. But that's why you gotta be this Knight of Coins and don't miss the mark. Perhaps you gotta shoot that shit down. Hi, will MCM reduce my internship to 6 months and exempt me from MRE? Cora Eva. Alright, I have no clue what you're talking about, but I'm going to pull your cards and the cards will know. Hopefully get a clear message. What up, Steven? Long time no see. The shift has occurred. Yes. Is that your question, Steven? Alright, smart boy, you're after this. Alright, Coral Eva. So, this is the answer. We got the 6 of Coins, and this is a gift. This is, it almost reminds me of, it's like she's coming with these, remember that there's monkeys in the barrel? It kind of reminds me of the monkeys in her barrel, but it's the beetles in the barrel, and she's coming with all these beetles in the barrel, and she lets them all out, and then they each get a coin, or perhaps they're all there and she's giving them each a coin. It's like everybody gets one. And I noticed this thing in the back, like watching them all. I don't know, maybe he'll come up again. Now there's this magician. And this is this fairy godmother, the bibbidi bobbidi boo. She's about to turn these mice into horse, these pumpkins into a carriage, and this Cinderella is about to have the night of her life at the ball, right? With the magician, this is like manifesting anything. Anything can happen. It's like, this is this, the fairy godmother, bibbidi bobbidi boo. But it's as if, I don't know, was your request to lose money? Because you have the Ace of Coins and then the Lovers in reverse. Perhaps this was a choice. Maybe it's like, oh, you had 3 wishes. And I see you like, it's really funny, but I'm going to say it. And I see you like, really, I heard a big fart and you said shit. And then bang, this is what you got. Shit. So I don't know if this is like what you're manifesting. Maybe this is somebody else. I don't know. I don't argue with the cards. I'm reading them how I see it. The Lovers in reverse, this is a separation where it's like, the beauty doesn't see the beast, or perhaps the beast doesn't see the beauty. But this Lovers in reverse is a choice. You know, perhaps this Ace of Coins is like, okay, whatever you want is what you will get. And this is this token that's being handed to you. You know, this same token being handed out, delivered evenly here. And the Lovers in reverse is this opposites, but it's like likeness attracts likeness. And the Ace of Wands, I do see us like taking action, and as long as we take action, this is this with the pencil. I see us like, this is an opportunity for a new way to go. And on behind there is the Queen of Swords. So this is really being, you know, writing it down. And I heard chewing gum. Like when you're writing down there, and you're writing down wherever you're writing down, always chew the same gum. Alright, Stephen, I got you. Hey, Miranda. I say, Stephen, if the shoe fits. Alright, smart boy, please pick a card for me. Okay, 1111, smart boy, the Empress at the bottom. Let's see. Card for smart boy. There's the Empress, and right behind her is the Ace of Cups. So perhaps this is the mother, or maybe this is you. It almost reminds me of like the Mother Mary, like almost like this saint coming to grant you this love. It's like she's coming to pour you your cup. And it's like I heard a never-ending cup. It's like there's always more. You know, with the Empress, there's always more. There's birth to recreation. It's a cycle. So this is this. The Ace of Cups is this new love, filling up your cup. Perhaps the Ace is this self-love, and this is you focusing on yourself, filling up your own cup. Because then we have another Ace. It's like a loss. It's like we're coming from some kind of loss. Perhaps this physical loss brings us an emotional gain. And then you have this Queen. So it's like almost like, okay, this physical loss brings an emotional gain. And it's like this emotional gain brings some kind of security, comfort, perhaps beauty. And I heard there's beauty in the pain. Alright. Steven, has the shift occurred yet? Let's see. Has the shift occurred yet? Say it, card. Has the shift occurred yet? Alright. I should have said about the shift. Alright, we'll take these last two. The Four of Cups again, and I see this angry Knight of Wands like coming in with some kind of bravery. Maybe that's somebody else's energy, a redhead. And then I heard a hothead. With the King of Coins, this is something that's slow and steady. Perhaps it's taken a while. And then this reminds me of the story about, you know, that, and then I see this, all this anger, like, and then you have love in his eyes. So perhaps we are coming from a period of this anger, because then there's the 4 swords, the 4 of coins, there's then all this balance or imbalance. Now, the King of Coins, this reminds me of the story where there was all this commotion. The 2 people got stranded or whatever. Then they were fighting. What happened? They put their heads together or whatever, and then the turtle seen their generosity or whatever and went down and pulled up, and then they lived on the island. I forget what story that's from. Maybe I'll put it, maybe I'll find out, or if anybody knows, let me know. But it's as if something like this, it's like, yeah, this turtle is slowly traveling with this, and as he's traveling with this whole new earth is growing on or within him. With the 5 of Cups in reverse, this is like a loss, and then I see the Empress in reverse. Maybe this is like a separation from the mother, or maybe this is separation from yourself, the Empress in reverse. Maybe this is like you showering yourself, you know, having a new focus, reaping the rewards of this. It's like you finally walked away. It's like you walked away into some kind of happiness, leading to the 10 of Swords. Wow. And it's the story of Sedna, where the father cuts off her fingers and her fingers fall to the bottom of the sea. All the fingers turn into whales, dolphins, the creatures of the sea, you know. That's how we got all the creatures of the sea in that myth. And what happens to Sedna? She didn't want to leave home. It was as if she was loving it at home with her father or mother. She didn't really want to leave. And when she did leave, she left with somebody who posed as a man, but they were really a bird. And he took what did he do? He took her far away and held her captive on this island, and she couldn't see her family. And this almost what this reminds me of. It's like, okay. And the 10 of Swords, this is a painful ending, but perhaps it's like this leads us, like I said, to this happiness. With the 4 of Swords, it's like where 4 of Swords usually has to do with healing, and it's usually a resting card where he is resting and in this peace and, you know, in this comfort almost, like. But in this 4 of Swords, he's strapped up. He has a freaking sword in his thing that he can't open or close his mouth. So it's like healing, but it's like forced healing. It's almost like it's like a forced healing, like somebody has to tie you down and literally tie this in your mouth. It's almost something like that. And what it reminds me of is like a spirit trying to tell you, like, hey, you're limping, so something's wrong with your foot, listen to your body. And then you don't listen to your body, and then something wrong happens to your foot, and then, you know, again and again and again. And something with each, it's like one toenail is a different color. See, this toenail is a different color than all of these. So I don't know, something about that, something about healing. With this mouth shut, perhaps it's painful. Maybe it's painful to keep our mouth shut during this time, and painful to be in this situation. Like, maybe you have to do this. Maybe this is what it is, the 4 of Coins in reverse, where we have to put out this money, where we have to release this, or probably this, maybe we're releasing shit from the past, and it's bringing us to this healing where we're strapped down. Maybe we are strapped and we can't talk. This is the healing process. Now, it leads us to this, which was in the deep subconscious, something what we're unaware of, this new idea, this new path, this new found focus. This is the Ace of Swords, which this is the truth. And I see it cutting down all of these things that was holding this. See, these are these things, and I see when this sword comes, the sword of truth comes, perhaps this is an idea, or an opportunity for this new clarity, whatever this is. This comes and cuts this free of this, and it's like King of Swords. I mean, the King of Coins, perhaps the King of Swords. This is this growth. It comes from sadness, so it's good. You're welcome, Graduated Gardening. Hey, Miranda, Star Lover Deuce Deuce. Hey, Boo Boo. I hope you have a good day too, Star Boy. I've heard that story, yes. BC Grand Rising, beautiful babes. I'm good. I feel like I got beat up and my lunch money got stolen. Me fucking too, bitch. Me too. My questions for the cards. Am I translating my dream right? Am I going to be able to remove view now? Is that what I'm doing now with the visions? Anybody can remote view. This, see, I actually took a whole bunch of people off the street and had them through these lessons and had them each remote viewing these subjects. You know, they would review subjects from the other army and get all this information. And then they picked regular people up off the street. They found that women are more accurate. Younger people, the younger you are, the more accurate. And they found it to be very accurate. You see my remote viewings. But that's just me. Let's see what the cards say. BC's dream. 3 of Wands. And this is this. Usually the 3 of Wands is turning her back. You know, in the regular right away, she's turning his back and looking out to all these ships coming in, all these new opportunities. Here, it looks as though she is escaping. She is not just standing here. She is actually acting, running. The 3 of Wands is acting on this. It looks as though she is leveling up. She's going up. Maybe this is this transformation from the subconscious to the conscious coming in. And then you got the 3 of coins. I just need to see if the 3 to the 8 of swords. Okay. 3. So we are escaping this or coming up towards this. And I heard we're getting closer to the castle. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is here, and this is this spider web that I seen in the Ace of Swords, which this is this new truth, this newfound focus, right? This new idea, this new opportunity. Now, it's as if this Wheel of Fortune, this is a fortunate event. This is something that happens that changes. It's like fate. It's like destiny. Where it's like, you put your hand here, you put your hand here, you put your foot here, you put your foot here, and you put your other 2 feet there. You got 4 feet. Oh, and 4 hands. Look at this. It's like you're 2 people in one. That's a message in itself. But you only have one head. Perhaps this is the past and the forward and the future you. Like the dark and the light with your head that you have now as this wisdom. And I heard with the topic on your whatever this thing is on your head, maybe something about this culture, this story will be helpful. These drums, it's almost as if this right here is, remember how I said this, you did this action? This is the old you, okay? I figured it out. This is the old you that posted up on here. It's almost like making a sacrifice. I see like the hands of Jesus, how he was nailed to the cross, right? So this is this where I see like the old you surrendering and kneeling to the cross, which it was these actions from the darkness that were destined for you to come out, for this wheel to turn. It's like this darkness, this wheel had to be like this unfortunate event had to happen for this darkness to die. Did I say deafness? Maybe that's why all the ears were in the collective reading, like really listen. But like this unfortunate event had to happen so that the old part of you could die and this new part of you could come. And I heard dancing to the beat of your own drum. And then you have this in the deep subconscious, which brings you to the Queen of Coins, which it's almost as if like you, maybe this is the past. And this is this like the past actions where it's like, oh, I took this from the devil. It's like, I have to say it. It's only because the spirit told me. And this is not saying that you did this, but it's in a situation where it's like, oh, it's kind of like Eve was seductive. She's like, oh yes, I took this sex for money or something like this. Some kind of action that almost like you're ashamed of or something. And this is like no shame, because it was this action of this to make this come out. It's like this had to happen first before this had to happen. And this is now you finally being grateful. You know, we finally look up and and see this all connection, and we see and we're grateful for this. It's like, okay, now I'm finally grateful for the darkness. I'm finally grateful for my dead skeleton. And this is the Three of Wands, where you're finally seeing this coming out of this change, where this Wheel of Fortune is turning everything, and this is you leading to these new opportunities. And look, it's like all these other people like join into you playing this drum here, but you know, you're up way higher, and it's like they're mad. In a sense, they're mad at you. It's like, look, you're all happy and you're doing this, and these other people are like, the fuck is this bitch doing? Don't let them put you in self-doubt. Keep your confidence. Oh, thank you so much for the super thanks. Gradually gardening. No wild hair today. I love you, Russell. Hey, Rocky Divine Light. Beloved Divine here. How are you? Hey, Miranda. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Hey, Moon and Sun. Hey, Gerald. Usually says, I'm listening closely. An octopus? Oh, perhaps an eight-legged. That is octopus. That has 8 legs. You're right, Stephen. Maybe balancing the masculine and feminine, and that is true with the lovers in reverse. Star Lover Deuce Deuce. Okay, freaking awesome, Claire. You're freaking awesome, my teacher. Oh, I love you, BC. You're freaking awesome. Hey, Maurice Fleming, what's up? My new crew member. Welcome to the crew. Should I pick a card for you? Yes, definitely breaking the cycle, Stephen. All right, I'm still going in order. I'm going in order. It's my B-Day, y'all. Big fleet. Oh, shit, Sun and Moon, you're right behind me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sun and Moon. Happy birthday to you. I know it's Moon and Sun, but you know I'm dyslexic. What up, everybody? I'm dyslexic too. Claire, my superpower. I love you guys. I've been getting back into my writing career, wondering what your cards say. I got you, Maurice. I'm going in order. Wow, got visions as you spoke. I know exactly what you're talking about. Thank you, sweetheart. Love you so much. Oh, I got you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank God. All right, who's next? Can I get a card, please? Miranda. All right. I got the Thoth Tarot here, too. And my phone is like this because... Hold on, I gotta... Alright, sorry, y'all ready? My phone's gonna be like this. Alright, Miranda. Let me see. I wish I'm the honey. Getting all sticky. Alright. Hopefully it'll stay like this. Miranda, I got the Thoth Tarot. I got this out for a reason, so I think Thoth has a message for you. Can I get a card for Miranda? Sorry. Alright, Miranda. Here we go. Miranda. Alright, you got the star that flew out first. And I see this totally like a washing over. Perhaps this is like a dream come true, or like some kind of, I heard crystalline healing. Maybe it is from this 10 of cups in reverse with this 5 of coins, this worry. It's almost like this real sad, like we got left on the cold and this leaves us really sad, and it's almost like this is what we're healing from, or perhaps this is what puts us in the spotlight. Perhaps this is what brings us closer to our dream come true. And it takes us to this Mars and Aries energy, where it's this initiation. This is the Dominion, the 2 of Wands, where we're coming into this, you know, we finally got the Ace and we're this 1 wand and we're making it 2. It's just a choice of, you know, this was in the collective reading. Are we going this way or that way? And this is taking the first step. Taking the first step, and this is like the old dog, new dog. It's like we're coming from, like I said, like the 10 to the Ace. And again, with the 9, this is bringing us this choice, this by stepping into this is taking us to the 9, the happiness. So it's like we go from this worry that brings us to the worst feeling ever, but it takes us closer to our wish come true. Yeah, it leaves us out in the cold. But like I said, it brings us into public, or into this healing, into your dream come true. Into this 2 of Wands, where we're stepping in this, we're forward focused, and it brings us to this happiness, and this is this our dreams come true. You're welcome, Stephen. Lordy, lordy, look who's 40. Alright, I've been getting back into my writing. Wonder what your cards see. Alright, Maurice. I should have took you first, since you remember. Next time I'll remember. Maurice. Writing. Maurice. Writing. And there's the card, the 2 of Wands that I was talking about. And this is this stepping in. It's like the past, the future. This is this Janus, where we're stepping into the new step. And then we have the 8 of Wands here, which it's like from stepping up into this, it's bringing us abundance. You know, you've seen all them grapes. And then I heard the grapes into wine. And this brings us to the 8 of Wands, where this is this fast movement. This is this communication, writing. This is this real Mercury energy. Acting on it. And this is you. It's like the fire. You got the fiery pen. It's like, right? Perhaps this is where we're coming from. The first ones I dealt, this unhappiness. It's like this is a separation or a divorce, perhaps. Or there's like a missing family or something like this. But this unhappiness, maybe this is like our wishes got slumped or not going with our wishes. I don't know what it is, but it brings us to this sun where it's like, there's some kind of truth that maybe what we were working on, we were inconsistent. We didn't have this Two of Wands energy, this because of the unhappiness. We weren't connected to our dreams. But then, I don't know what this is, the sun, this connection, this truth, something, it pushed this in. It's happiness. Maybe this Emperor in reverse is like he hurt his hand or something, or there's a bomb in the hand, and it's like your fire was like frozen or something here as the Emperor in reverse, like off his throne. And the Emperor, he's like not really persistent. He's maybe a tyrant. Maybe this is somebody else's energy. Maybe it's because of these people you go hard at work, or it's because of this energy you're hard at work, you're taking this prudence, you're becoming a master. Bang, there is some kind of newfound focus, this new idea with the Ace of Swords. This is this, and it's finally cutting down all of the unhappiness from this. It's like finally a wish come true with the Two of Coins. This is really setting our priorities. It's like the other things that we were doing that we weren't committed to, that were making us unhappy, we dropped them. Or perhaps they dropped us. But either way, it was a sun event. It was happiness for us. It's like, thank God that happened. Look, you got the other fucking Emperor in reverse. And here, it's like his sword. It's like we're not being consistent, or, you know, that maybe this is following your heart. Maybe this is following your heart to the happiness, and this is this instead of like going to work. I don't know. Because the Hermit is almost like, it's like the same energy in a sense. Like the Emperor in reverse leads to the Hermit in reverse. It's like following. Maybe he cut something off because he was inconsistent, or like not following the spirit. Oh, let me know. You do have this Two of Wands, so coming into this new thing. Yes, I'm back. You're welcome, Maurice. Hey, Sonia Settles. Should I start the conversation or not? I love the birds singing in the background, right? Aren't they so pretty? Will my current job be okay going forward? Now a 6-month contract. I like to be for extended after that. I think Sonia Settles, this is first. I think this is for you. It's like, should I start the conversation? I don't know, because it's like, well, there's a tower, right? Or there's a warning of the tower where it's like, oh, everything's going to blow up. Or, you know, the tower in reverse is a warning that the tower upright is coming, or perhaps it already came, right? But look, it's like after this, it's like it brings some kind of happiness. It brings the Ten of Cups. It brings the togetherness. So I don't know. Maybe this tower does bring the Ten of Cups. Can't argue with the cards. Oh, now the Ten of Cups is in reverse. I guess it's the way you look at it. it flipped. Luis, may I ask, will my current job be okay going forward? You have the Hierophant, the Hermit, the Emperor. So maybe the Hierophant and the Emperor. Whatever I said, that's what I said. And the Ten of Wands. So this is you like listening, waiting, and this like grows while you're waiting. It's almost like we stepped out of our normal role. It's like we're no longer in the role that we were in. It's as if we were waiting on something, and because we waited, it's like all these things grew from our patience. And the Ten of Wands is normally this, it's like normally this, a heavy troubles, but the Tenet's coming to an end, and you see all these like wishes here, or whatever they are. So yeah, you have the Five of Swords, which is you kind of sort of stressing about this situation. Almost like you feel like, it's like maybe maybe this is not you, maybe this is you, and you have the upper hand and somebody is stressing because of this. Usually the Five of Swords is like a mental thing, like we're stressing in the mind. But it brings us to the Ten of Coins, which this is the security, the maximum amount of security we can have with the Three of Cups, and this is a celebration. So yeah, perhaps we do go back to something that doesn't serve us emotionally, but it does bring us stability and a celebration. But a lot of mental pain. Unless that's one to you to gain. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, y'all. Am I still on time? I was just about to hang up. 10 o'clock cups flip, straightening out boundaries. Yes. Can I get a reading for June? Yes, Darlene. Reading for June for Darlene. Reading for June. Oh, the Queen of Wands, and this is you not stopping. and I heard, oh shit. And I heard it's almost as if like by you coming, you're setting off these volcanoes. It's as if you're blowing shit up, and it reminds me of that reading, the Scorpio reading. Now with the Five of Swords in reverse, we're finally seeing the role of the situation, but we're not conquering. It's almost as if we lost because of this, but we're using our intuition, and it's as if this is giving us some kind of secrets. Now, another five, the Five of Wands, and this is bringing us to some kind of fight or confusion, or I see it's like you two against them or something like this. Perhaps this is something we've been working on for a while. This could be her job. It's like she's doing all this hard work, but you see the hard work is making, look at her feet are all thorned up, her hands are all hurt. Perhaps this has something to do with lightening the load. These geese, they go back and they switch, So something about teamwork. Perhaps something's coming to an end. Maybe you think something's really big and scary, but it's really not. It's really something else. So this is really stepping into this change. Maybe this big squarey? Maybe this big squarey thing is this Queen of Swords. Maybe she is squarey, but she has this match head, and I see her just, one like little spark, and her whole head blows up. Perhaps this is where you're coming from. It's like you defeated this Queen of Swords. Maybe this Queen of Swords is your illogical, unlogical mind. Come into the Nine of Coins. This is you stepping into your abundance. We're finally cut free from this. We're listening to the birds. We're working with the spirit. The Nine is all about the self. The Empress in reverse. Yeah, we're celebrating ourselves coming into this new house, accepting this from the spirit, and coming in as the King of Swords, conquering the shit. Beautiful. Shit, Star Lava. I don't know. I don't think I did. Alright, Star Lava, you're up. I think it, what the frick did I do? Oh, this again. So, yeah, I think my phone died when I was just about to do you, Star Lover Deuce Deuce. Let's see. Star Lover Deuce Deuce. King of Coins in reverse and the Judgment in reverse. I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but it's like somebody's not committed, or somebody has, it's like bad judgment or something. Let's not say that right away. Yeah, it's like all these things in the deep subconscious are creating an imbalance. It's like we have all these arms and it's like they're all taken or they're all hurting or something. With the Ten of Wands, this is really letting go. Perhaps we dropped all these things. Now we're creating a commotion, or dropping these things creates an imbalance, and this brings us to like, I don't have to listen to that no more, or perhaps we get some kind of new divine knowledge with, it's like some kind of secret, or maybe this is you and you're like profound knowing or some kind of wisdom. Maybe this is you had to make this bad judgment so you can learn some kind of lesson or something to come in as this Page of Swords with this new truth, this new idea. And this brings us to a new celebration, a level up on love, connection, marriage. The Nine of Coins and the Fool. It's almost as if like you have to step into this. It's like almost like a complete cycle. It's like this alone, doing it alone with the spirit. This is the cycle we were doing that led us to here. It's like 9, we're working with the spirit alone. The Fool, and this is this, we're jumping out of our comfort zone into this, having faith. It's like bringing us right to the 9. You're welcome, Louise. King of Wands. Alright, y'all, I'm hungry. Did I get everybody? Did I miss somebody? If there's anybody I missed, let me know. And there's that, the Temperance finally balanced, and I heard we're alchemizing. You're welcome, Star Lava Deuce Deuce. You want me to pull a card for you, Tessa? Smell weed. Well, bring it on. All right, Tess, I got you. I don't know. I kind of want these, but they kind of didn't want to come out. Yeah, because it's like, we don't want to feel that way. So we're coming from this Eight of Wands where there's this swiftness, perhaps a lot of talk, a lot of communication about the big dreams, the overall picture. And I heard the rainbow after the rain. Perhaps this is some kind of movement where we are moving from one place to another. And I heard following, finding the pot of gold. With the Aeon, it's almost like this is the judgment where we're coming out of ourselves, or we're leveling up. It's like It's like bubble popping. I was just doing that. Perhaps somebody popped your bubble, and this reminds me of the reading about somebody bursted your love bubble. And you have these snakes on the head, so I don't know. So maybe this is about something about second chances and the movement to, you know, from this place to another place. You know, we do succeed in here. Even though we might lose or we might be impatient, we do get some kind of victory. Now, we have the Queen of Discs coming in, and this our confidence and our you know, us wanting to stick with this. This is this really hardworking energy, and it's as if she's looking right in at this tower because she didn't want to turn away. She didn't want to leave this darkness. Maybe this is something in the deep subconscious that we're dealing with, bringing us to the tower. But like I said, it's like bringing us victory. Perhaps this is this queen holding on to all this, and it's like, oh, you're holding on to that? Well, that's going to bring a tower and bring you back to the bullshit in your subconscious. Why don't you let it go? When you let it go, that's where the victory is. That's the pot at the end of the rainbow. This. Yup, change. And this is like, okay, this change requires your choice. It's like you have to choose this. And this is this Jupiter in Capricorn, where it's like your work is going to expand. Jupiter's also going into Cancer. So perhaps this is like expansion, like your home's going to expand, and depending on where Cancer is in your chart, this is expansion. It's getting bigger. You're welcome. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Where's all my people at? You're welcome, Tessa. DCB. BCD. Whatever the case may be. Alright, Joe, I'm gonna go eat. I'm going to post those readings in this live as soon as I get done. The tower. So it's almost as if like these things got to break down so we can see. And that's the final thing. Oh, thank you, Tessa. I'm glad you loved it. Alright, I'm gonna hang up. I'm so hungry, y'all. I love you. Be good, guys. Have a good day. Love y'all.